Alright guys, we need to talk about the Pimlico Plumbers Ponds, otherwise known as Charlie Mullins or Poundland Rod Stewart. Obviously, this vaccine apartheid supporting tosspot has been roasted many times over his comments a few months back relating to unvaccinated people not being allowed to walk down the street.
Undoubtedly, 2 or 3 months ago, I came up with the idea, no jab, no job. And that's something we're carrying out at Pimlico Plumbers. Nobody's going to come and work for us unless they've had the vaccine and they've got proof that they've had it. We're not going to send engineers out to customers' houses once the vaccine is properly rolled out unless they've had the vaccine. So for me, it's a no-brainer. From a business point of view, it's a must. And, the quicker that everybody acknowledges that, without proof of the vaccine, you can't go into a pub, club, restaurant, gymnasium, anywhere at all. You can't travel, theatre, you can't even go into work. I mean, personally, I have to say, I don't even think that we should allow people on the streets unless they've had the vaccine.
He was also roasted for his no jab, no job policy. That is what we're going to talk about today, because apparently he has implemented it starting this week, but with some caveats, as I guess his plan was not as well received within the company as he first thought it would be. Now, the policy, it seems, is only for new hirees because I guess his experienced guys told him to stick it up his arse or cited contracts that don't include this lunacy, making it a legal minefield, though in all honesty he has created one here, because if he turns down an applicant based on this and they take him to court, he could find himself in hot water. Then you have to imagine he rejects 2 or even 10 or possibly 100 people for jobs before court cases start flying in. This shit show could literally see his business suffer drastically for his own batshit crazy ideas. This could actually see his business suffer drastically, literally for his own batshit crazy idea, because he already has an advert out looking for workers but demanding they're vaccinated before applying. This, I don't even need to say, is blatant discrimination, as the Mirror actually points out in their article on this lunacy. Now obviously, Tory ministers have said it's up to businesses what they do, while Unison said it's totally unacceptable to pressure staff into taking the jab, which is obviously 100% right. But on top of that, we actually had lawyers saying no jab, no job may seem like a great idea, but as I said earlier, it's a complete legal minefield. They say by requiring that employees are vaccinated, employers may inadvertently be breaking anti-discrimination legislation. Now, they said that in relation to disabilities, but he also goes on to state this. The same can also be said for other factors which contribute to vaccination refusal, like pregnancy, race, age or belief. With regards to the latter, it may also be that employees that consider themselves to be ardent anti-vaxxers will try and claim discrimination protection by arguing that their belief against vaccinations amounts to a philosophical belief. Which of course it will do, because if they philosophically believe it, then anything amounts to that, and let's be honest, in this day and age, anything can be anything, as we have seen. But in all honesty, they won't even need to be anti-vaxxers to claim that. Anyone who doesn't want it has the right to say no, and any action taken against them for that decision would be active discrimination, end of fucking story. This obviously proves beyond any doubt that Poundland Rod Stewart is clearly out of his fucking mind here and running the risk of putting himself right in the shit legally. Let's hope he's stupid enough to continue with that sort of bullshit. I would say, given the things he said, he certainly deserves it at this point, much like Dr. Shillery, who tells you to wear a mask while swimming in the fucking sea.
Where